Good morning. Today is August 4th, 2022. Wanted to do a very, very quick update on the garden. We'll see if I can manage that. And first, zinnias. Some are still getting eaten despite my desperate attempts. But most are standing, which is great. Look how gorgeous this yellow one is. Just opened. The first row of sunflowers seems to be done. And the second row of sunflowers also seems to be done. I did put little zinnia seeds and little short cosmos seeds in between the sunflowers, so the goldfinch have been loving these and just visiting multiple times a day. It's really, really exciting. Between them and then the yellow swallowtail butterflies, it's just really neat to see. The swallowtail love the verbena bonariensis. They're on this all day long. So we have the yellow swallowtail. I think they're black, but actually yellow. And then the goldfinch, which also are bothering the zinnias like a little bit, but not too bad. Hopefully with the sunflower supply here, they'll leave most of the zinnias alone. Finally got some flowers popping out on these sunflowers. I have a few different varieties. I wanted this row to be a bit shorter, so I have some 4 or 5 foot varieties. I don't remember what they're called, but then a lot of those got damaged, so I threw in some of the paint box varieties, and I don't even know what else. Lots of cucumbers I threw in. I threw in some cosmos and all kinds of stuff. That's maybe the theme of the season. Just throw it in the ground, see what happens. One of our beautiful Macarenia. How gorgeous is that? I don't know if you can tell, but the ends are really like a beautiful apricot tangerine color. So I've been able to gather some little bouquets, and based on how poorly my veggies are doing, if I'm still using this space next year, I think I'm gonna do just zinnias, like the whole garden, because the bunnies have been eating everything. All of this here is bunny damage. They are on to at least their second round of little babies, and I dealt with this already once earlier in the season, and now again with the second round of babies. I think they go around and do a little taste testing, see what they like and what they don't like, and end up damaging the plants usually pretty badly. So they ate the growing stems of the eggplants and the peppers. So they're, putting out these really bizarre growing patterns. And now we have flea beetles. I think there's one over there. No, yeah, there's one right on the edge, right? I don't know if it's right in the middle. There's a little black flea beetle, and that's gonna put holes on the leaf. They eat all the leaves. I haven't even begun to deal with that. I just noticed that yesterday, and I'm just, it's tough. And then see all those holes. That's all flea beetles. And look how gorgeous these flowers are. There's not much that's as beautiful as an eggplant flower. I don't know if I can get that in here. Anyway, so I'm not getting much of the eggplant or the peppers. These are the only ones that are actually producing. These are the tiny little fingers eggplants. And this one has actually been great. This one's been putting out, I don't know, a couple dozen eggplants already, so that's good. But the peppers are coming out like really small, and I don't know why they're so little. See how like that and that, they're like so tiny on all of the plants. And I'm definitely a pepper novice, so I don't really understand what's going on with that. Here's the buckwheat. I had no idea this would be still up and flowered this late in the season. This was one of the first things to flower this spring. It's about 4 feet tall. Well, let me see. Yeah, about 4 feet tall now. Some has toppled over. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I expected most of it to sort of run its course, and I was just going to plan to lay it back onto the garden and decompose and, you know, refeed the soil that way. But it's just, it keeps on going. So I have my basil plants here. I need to start getting some of that harvest. This is the more common, what's it called? Genovese, something basil. I don't know how it's pronounced. And this one is the Neapolitan. I was doing some little taste testing, and I find that this one, the more traditional, has a more licorice type flavor, whereas this one is more, how do I, like, just less so, more basil, more earthy, more herby than the typical flavor. So do with that information what you will. I think, I don't know. Oh, there's a flower. Okay, I got an eggplant tucked in back here. Again, I had no idea that these, oh goodness, that smells incredible. Oh my God, oh, it smells so good. These were just kind of placed in here, like I said, as essentially a cover crop to be, but they just keep on going. Here's another pepper plant that has more height. This eggplant back here and this pepper back here are doing a lot better height-wise than the ones up front, but no fruit yet. And I think that's because they're not getting enough sun. So again, back here's another pepper, and it's like, oh, see, that's bunny. Another pepper. See, it's little. It's like smaller than a tennis ball. And then we have some of the late transplanted zucchini. Nice little fat yellow over there, and this one that's just starting to flower over there. Okra continues, usually a couple per day. And close up of a sunflower, because of course. Over here we have the watermelon run, and where to go? Where am I walking? Oh, here it is. So I got two that I know of. This one, and then its little friend over here. We have some volunteer ground cherries that are doing considerably better than the ones I have in containers over by the house. And here's the other one. Oh, look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. Oh, I'm gonna take this down here before it rips it off. So here's another little watermelon. Ground cherry. There they are. That's a little watermelon flower. So there might be another one in here. I've just been trying to like leave it alone. I don't want to risk spreading disease. Whew, lightheaded. Alrighty. So update. This was my first of the Submariner Yellow that I planted that the bunnies ate, and it never put its height back on, but it has rebloomed, so that's exciting, especially because I lost, for the most part, I lost this one and this one and this one. These ones on the side, these are the Submariner Yellow. The heat wave took those out. They did this Submariner Yellow, and then these actually did a little better because they get more shade, but whatever was left, the bunnies came around and ate. So there goes that. And this was the Mardi Gras, I guess it still is, the Mardi Gras Helenium. And it looks like it's putting up a good fight, so hopefully that'll come back. Back here, this is the red Carrick's grass. And this one is again, another victim of the bunnies. Back here you can see this was the Twizzle Purple Penstemon, and they sampled that. Have some anise hyssop coming up in there, and this gorgeous, gorgeous sunflower. Couple more sunflowers. I'm a little disappointed that they're blooming already without putting on more height, but that might be as high as they get, just given the growing conditions back here, and they went in later than the rest. So this is the gorgeous Aloha, which has been struggling and also got hit with the bunny. Oh gosh, and this. Oh, this is, see, this is what they do. They look so cute, but don't trust them. So there's my gorgeous corn. Everything, I put in so much of this bed just before we got that heat wave, and it shows. But hopefully everything will perk back up. Again, I've said it before, but my garden typically doesn't start to peak until like September. So it'll get through this craziness. Okay, so this is the Wendy's Wish, and that's what they look like before they actually bloom. And then this is one of the blooms. Hard to get that focused. So bees and hummingbirds, etc., will enjoy that. Here's one that's maybe a little more easily photographable. Is that a word? Okay, so this whole thing will be covered with that, and that's going to be really gorgeous. I was extremely depressed to find this mess. Again, bunny damage. They took out a bunch of the gorgeous bleeding hearts. No, what is it? No, I can't remember. Heliopsis. Burning hearts, bleeding hearts, heliopsis. I forget now. Okay, and now, so this is a great example of what happens if you don't work your soil enough. These were melons, and they still are, I guess, but they went in the same time as the watermelon, and they're just, this is the peak. This is as good as it got for them. Okay, so moving on. Tomatoes are finally putting on some height. They put on some tomatoes, some fruit too, but none of it's going green, or none of it's going red, or whatever color it's supposed to be getting. So we'll see. This one grew about a foot overnight, so that's exciting. Up and over it will go. I haven't really been doing much over here, to be fair, but this was a late I just put this in maybe a few days ago. This was a sucker that I rooted in some water, and here it comes. And let's see. These are the bronze torch. They're really gorgeous. Okay, what else? So the patty pan and, oh geez Louise. The patty pan and the regular zinnia, or the regular zucchini, look at this go, have survived the worst of the vine borers, I think, at least. I don't know what, that's not a good sign, but I'll go over here. Oh, let me see what that is. I'm gonna keep spraying that BT on here just to, yeah, that doesn't look good. Where is it? That's not promising, but I'll get that spray on there and see how long I can keep her going. See, that's not good either. I don't know why that wrinkled that end. I think that usually has to do with pollination more than anything, but. And then here are some of the newbies coming up. There's that one. We got a couple of seeds, another couple seeds over there. And this was the more recent discovery, but I have delicata squash. And look at these. That looks like delicata squash to me too. I'm not sure. This was a mystery situation. And I'm so excited for my tiny little pumpkins. So these are the mini jack style. And I think some of the corn is ready. I did lose a lot to the bunnies. But I don't know if I've never grown corn before. So I read that when the tassels are brown, that's one way to know it's ready. And another way is to poke your nail into the kernels, and if it comes out clear, it's not. If it comes out milky, it's ready. So look how pretty that is. Have you ever seen anything that color? It's incredible. Oh, and sunflower time. This is my absolute favorite. Oh, look at that one opening. It's gonna be so gorgeous. Look how many pollinators are on that. Got my tall yellows over there. So gorgeous. I do wish I'd put more over here. I lost a couple. It looks like there's maybe 5 or 6 of the very tall ones and then some shorter guys that are coming out, but. And then over here I have some more. And this is lemongrass, which I really need to get on because I've never grown it before and I'm not quite sure how to use it fresh like this, how to harvest it. But if anyone knows about lemongrass, let me know. And then whatever this is, that looks like another delicata maybe. I'm not sure. So got this pretty one, whatever this is going to be. This cucumber I thought was going to be gone a long time ago, but it's still kicking, so that's exciting. Then I have some new ones down there that look a little beat up. I will still probably, after this week, we have another couple hot days, I'll put some more in the ground and we'll see how they do. And then my super tall ones, another super tall one. So that is it. It's too hot. And again, thank your local farmers. They do some of the really hard work in the world keeping us fed. Okay. Let me just see this corn real quick again. I'd hate to take it if it's not ready. And it looks so cool there anyway, but maybe I'll give it a little while longer, I guess. Didn't get very tall, but that's okay. This tangle of cosmos. Did not expect them to grow this wide, but they did. That's okay though. All right. Yeah, I think that's it for now. So happy, healthy, oh my goodness, 18 minutes. Forgive me. Happy, healthy gardening.